Welcome to the Real Investing Show with Tim Herriage. Each day, we'll provide real investing for everyday investors. Tim is a nationally recognized real estate investing expert, podcast host, and public speaker. He built his businesses from the ground up and is here to help you do the same. Here is your host, Tim Herriage.
Welcome back to Real Investing. I'm Tim Herriage. Thank you for stopping back by. Today, we have a question from Ryan. Ryan writes, do you think it's a good idea for me to go live with my parents and make my home an Airbnb with the intent to save money and get into real estate investing? Wow. Okay, that's a two-part question. I do not think it's a good idea for you to move in with your parents, Ryan. In general, my personal opinion is that adult men should not live with their parents. But if there's another reason you're contemplating that, if you need to go care for them, you need to take care of them, they have a bunch of extra space or a detached home or something of that nature, or you're going through something in your life, I absolutely think it's a good idea to move in with your parents. So that's that, because I have kids, and that's kind of the framework I've put around them. The other, Airbnb in your house to save up some money, make some money, and get into real estate investing. I love the idea because it gives you a track record, right? So one of the biggest things that we tell people all the time at RCN Capital, but then also that I tell people in these conferences and things, a track record is probably the hardest thing to get in this business. Anyone can have money. Anyone can get good credit. A track record is something that you have to do on your own. No one can give it to you. No one can do it for you. A lender like me, I'm going to look at your experience, and I'm not going to look at your friend's experience, your dad's experience, your partner's experience. When I'm making a decision on loaning you money, I'm going to look at your track record. So from that standpoint, I do think it's a good idea because you do get to build a track record with something you already own, and it's investment experience. Now, Airbnb. Airbnb is one of those things, it's had an explosive growth. It's had just an absolutely incredible run. And frankly, the capital markets, the securitization market is a little leery of it. There's a lot of people that are quote unquote Airbnb-ing their properties to make a little extra cash. There are people that bought second homes that are now reverting to Airbnb to try to make cash flow off of them. And the data is just very hard to pin down still as far as true vacancy, true maintenance, true wear and tear on your property. And then, you have to decide if you're going to get a manager. These are all things that everyone has to go through. And if you don't have a lot of money, and I'll use a great example as I record this, it's 102 degrees. We are having a lot of problems with our air conditioning units at our properties in Texas this month. If we have a problem and if an AC unit blows out, the condenser goes to Hades, depending on the house that it is, we may have to replace the entire system. So the question is, do you have the money or the ability to get the money, credit cards or whatnot, to handle any repairs when it's not you living in the home? And the other thing you have to look at is your insurance. Different insurances cover different types of occupancy or vacancy. Make sure you're in full compliance with your HOAs. And make sure you have repair contingency money if you have to have lawn maintenance. There's just a lot of things that go into owning a rental property. And Airbnb is really strict. If you don't adhere to their guidelines, or you don't communicate something right, or you don't reply fast, you can get kicked off the platform pretty fast. So recommend a manager if you don't have experience with it. But if not, do your research, get involved in some of the forums and threads, and really give it some thought. So, do I think it's a good idea for you to live in with your parents if you need to, and make your personal residence an Airbnb with the intent to save money and get into real estate investing? Look, I don't have a problem with that house hacking. Just make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's and plan for contingencies, because too many people spend their rental income versus budget for capital expenditures, maintenance, vacancy, and the unexpected. Because the only thing about the unexpected in real estate investing is expect it to happen. So, Ryan, I hope that was helpful. Thank you again for writing in. If you're listening and you have questions, hop on over to ihavelunchmoney.com. I'd love to hear from you. And until tomorrow, goodbye.
Thank you for hanging out with us today on Real Investing. If you have questions, comments, or feedback, please visit ihavelunchmoney.com. Tim can't wait to hear from you. We're always grateful for your reviews, and if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Remember, the business is the vehicle, not the dream. See you next time. The preceding program is provided for general education purposes only and does not constitute legal, tax, financial, investment, or other professional advice. No information contained in this program should be construed as financial, investment, or legal advice from any individual, author, host, or guest. You should always consult a financial advisor before investing.